Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Pillium's Secrets. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel. And I'm pretty happy that I've been able to upload my videos weekly consistently. We're getting there. So if you haven't watched my last week video and the video before that, the videos will be showing up right here now, so you can just click on it and watch it after this video. You can just pause anywhere you like. And if you like this video, just like it, comment and share with your friends, and let's just get the word out there. So today's video is getting really interesting. It's going to be about my experience studying out of Nigeria. A few of my friends requested for it and gave me ideas to do this video, so I am doing it. Thank you everybody. So the first question is, how did I end up studying outside of Nigeria? Well, that question is pretty straightforward. Okay, maybe not, but even before I finished high school, secondary school, I already knew I was going to study outside Nigeria because my parents didn't want me to go to a government school or federal school because of all the strikes and everything associated with that. And they didn't also want me to go to like a typical private Christian school in Nigeria, like Convent or Babcock or Bowen, all those sort of schools. They just didn't feel like that was the right environment for me. And initially, okay, I'm trying to skip, but then I'll go to that. So I wanted to study medicine, so that was the plan. So before I did my WAG, I already started preparing to study out of Nigeria. So options were looked at, and then my sister ended up going to South Africa to study, and my parents were like, yeah, there's no point to going to different countries or different universities. So yeah, I knew I was going to study in South Africa already, so that's how I ended up, by the grace of God, in a different country that is not Nigeria. Yeah. The next question is, did I what let me just read it. Did you feel it was worth it going to another country versus studying in your own country, Nigeria? Yes, entirely. Like, I thank God every day that I actually went out of Nigeria to study for a couple of reasons, academic wise, social wise, my faith as well. So every single penny, every single naira, every single kobo was worth my experience out of Nigeria. To be honest, like, I enjoyed it, and I feel like my entire university experience was amazing because I was not in Nigeria, and for a couple of reasons that I'll list later on, because I feel like these questions are sort of interrelated. So yeah, I'll move on to the next question and answer why I feel it was worth it. But yes, it was totally worth it, and I enjoyed every minute of it. What experiences did you have in a foreign country that you knew or that you know you wouldn't come across in your own country, and vice versa? Okay, so I mentioned most of these things in my first year of university experience, and that video will be somewhere here or here. I don't know. Just click on it and watch it. But I'm going to repeat them again and just emphasize us on some things. So, like I said in the previous question, why I think it's worth it is because of the experience I had that I know I wouldn't have had in Nigeria. And number one, academic wise, like the way the education system is structured in Nigeria and in South Africa are completely different. Okay, so I'm speaking basically on what I've heard from my friends that studied in Nigeria, so I don't have any prior experience to study in Nigeria. But in terms of academics, number one, I think in South Africa we had 4 units or 4 courses in a semester, and that was just a massive chunk of so many things. It was really, really broad and practical. But in Nigeria, when I hear this, I'm like, what? They have, I don't know how it's, I can't remember how my friend told me it's structured, but they have courses and they have units. So they can have like 6 units. It's just so confusing, but you just have a lot of units to work on in one semester, and I just feel like that's too much. And what exactly are you gaining from each one? Are they different or are they the same? Like, it's just too much for me. I just feel like it's not what I need. It's just too much overload. So would I say that because Nigerian universities have more courses or more units than I did, that the work was less? Completely not. It was actually a lot of work doing 4 units in a semester. You're always busy. There's always something to do, always an essay to write, always a presentation. And yes, another thing in terms of education aspect of why I preferred I enjoyed studying out of Nigeria is because we had presentations. There was interaction between the students, the lectures, which I don't think there is in Nigeria. It's just like your teacher just comes to class, they takes notes to you, and you go read, and then you have a test. It's just that kind of monotonous way in Nigeria. But in South Africa or outside of Nigeria, it's more flexible. Like there's interaction, and I don't think I would have had that in Nigeria. Like I got to harness my presentation skills, learn to talk to people, learning to pass my ideas across verbally, and not just writing exams and doing tests every time. And I think that was amazing. It just made brought to life what I learned in class. When you get to interact with your peers in a group and then present it and then get feedback, that's just totally amazing. And also in terms of your interaction with your lecturers, like lecturers are really open. You can even call them by their first name, no one cares. But Nigeria is just so formal and strict. You call everybody sir, or I don't even know. That's not even a problem. Like calling your lecturers is not a problem. But then there's this barrier between lecturers and students in Nigeria, which there isn't outside of Nigeria. There's free communication. You can go to them, the offices, consult them, talk to them about even personal stuff, and they were always really attentive. I remember I submitted one assignment in first year, and after everyone already received their results, my lecturer called me in and said, "This is not the best work we've had from you." I got a C. That was my first C ever. So she was like, "This is not the best work we've had from you," and she just pointed out things that I didn't do right and I should work on my next assignment. Like I didn't go back to my room crying that I got a C, what I didn't do as well. I felt even more encouraged that at least I know what I didn't do wrong, what I did wrong, and how I should correct it. And that just created this interaction. It was really nice. And I don't think I would have had that in a Nigerian university. They'll just be like, "You failed, take your paper and get out of here, you useless child." I don't know, that kind of thing where it's like they don't really communicate with you as a student and learn and just grow with you in that process of learning. And that's one major experience I'm really grateful for. My lecturers, amazing people. Yeah, what else in terms of academics? Interaction, presentations, and then research. I feel like I got a lot of research experience studying out of Nigeria. Like I looked at my cousin, she's studying, what's she studying? Forgot. Biomedical. I forgot what she's studying, but something along biology and chemistry. Biochemistry. I think it's biochemistry studying. And this is a course that's supposed to be practical, and you meant to actually be in the lab and look at how the microorganisms operate and all those kind of things. But she's in her third year now. She says she's only done a few practicals. So yeah, my research skills are something that I would have never really developed if I actually schooled in Nigeria. Like the research, what am I gonna use to explain it? Like research is really not as good as it is outside of Nigeria. Like there's access to internet 24/7, but that's not usually the case in Nigerian universities. And yeah, I saw the assignment, and it was just really basic stuff. Like you have to dig properly, and there's this thing about plagiarism. I don't know if it actually exists in Nigerian schools, but there's no copy and paste, and I feel like that even encourages you to think for yourself and not just copy and paste what people's opinions, so that you can have your assignments done. So that is one experience. Other experience academic wise, I think that's it academic wise. And then socially, like I feel like I'll just be more of a hermit than I was before if I actually schooled in Nigeria. Like my childhood basically was well protected. I was closed. I didn't really experience so much growing up. And if I actually moved from that environment to a Nigerian school where it's also sheltered, you didn't actually get to go out and interact and be your own person, I don't think I'll be the person I am right now. I'm independent and can think for myself. Like I've lived on my own before, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I actually stayed in Nigerian university, where everything is basically catered for you. It's an advanced secondary school, and I went to boarding house. So yeah, it was like an advanced boarding house. So that's an experience that I would have had in Nigeria, and I didn't have that outside of Nigeria. So it was really good for me to actually go out, live with myself, learn to cook for myself, learn to actually finance and manage things for myself. Like that was just amazing. What else social wise? Okay, so a typical Nigerian school, like you don't get to go out. You have to have permission or something to actually go out and just experience things. So there's no freedom basically, and I needed that freedom to actually grow up and mature and live on my own. So that's an experience I wouldn't have traded for anything. Like, it's really nice. Socially, I met people from different walks of life. Like, who nobody comes from anywhere to come and study in Nigeria, so you don't actually see a variety or mix of people from different parts of Africa, different parts of the world, from Australia, from I had someone from India in my room, from China, like just so many diverse people, and it just opened my mind, opened my thought about people. So I was more it made me more accommodating of people's culture, people's ideas. I learned to understand different cultures, like understand the Zimbabwean culture. It was so different from Nigeria. Like, that's just an experience that is just completely I would never have had in Nigeria. Learning to meet people from other cultures and just having an open mind to different things. Like, there's something as in like that I've been thinking about this week, especially. I'm like, African parents just think that their way is the best way. Why? Why do African parents just think that? Like, if you do something different from what they used to, you don't know how to do it. And I don't think I would have that. I don't have that perspective anymore. Maybe just a little, but I don't have that perspective anymore. I think like my own way is the best. I've experienced people's ways of doing things. Maybe people do. I cook spinach. It's not the way my roommate, for example, who is in Mami, cooks spinach. I got to eat food from different parts of the world. I had okay. My first year, my roommates, one was from South Africa, the other was from Indonesia, one was from Australia, and then there was me. And they also had friends come in, and we all had like this mini feast in our room. Everyone brought like food from the different countries, and that was just amazing. Like, I had what's this thing called? Uh, she was from the Malaysian girl, but I don't know. It's like pickled peppers and acha or something like that. It was just really nice. So I got to experience food, culture, languages that I would have never experienced in Nigeria. So that was amazing. Uh, what else? And then in terms of my faith, that is something I don't think I'll be where I am today if I actually schooled in Nigeria. I don't know, maybe God had a different plan for me. But to be honest, if I had left my closed Christian background school and then moved to another school, for example, Covenant, I don't think I'll be where I am today. I would just have been living under the shoes or under the covering of my parents and under their faith, basically, and just going out of Nigeria and and having to make my own decision that okay, now I'm on my own, basically. My parents are not here. There's no one to tell me go to church. There's no one to tell me read your Bible. So I had that freedom. I had to choose. And of course, it wasn't easy. Like, you're meeting people who are doing different things, and you have to, like, it's just conflicting. You have to make your own decisions. And for years, for like first year, I was just trying to be the good girl I was. No, I didn't do anything bad. Not that I did anything bad, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't open up properly. I didn't experience things that I should have in my first year. I was like, okay, people are doing this. They're so terrible. Ugh, they're terrible people. So I was only in my second year. I was like, you know what? Life is not that hard. Open up, experience things. They're not bad. Not make mistakes basically, but um, how do I put this? I got to experience things better, basically. That's just, let me just put it that way. I experienced things I wouldn't have experienced in Nigeria, and these are the experiences that I had. What else? That's what I can think of for now. Yeah, that's what I can think of for now. My feet, like, oof, I would have just been an overrighteous human being if I stayed in Nigeria, thinking I'm actually doing things right, thinking I'm obeying God, but I'm just doing my own thing. Just, yeah, basically, that's all I have to say. Do I regret going outside my country? You've listened to me for like over 10 minutes or less. You've heard me smiling while I am saying, you've seen me smiling while I was saying my experiences. So, of course, I do not regret going out of Nigeria. Like, that was the best decision anybody could have made for me. Just take me out of this country and let me see the other side of the world. Like, I don't regret anything. I got to meet friends that I'm sure, by the grace of God, will be friends for life. It's been really amazing. Oh, gosh, I'm so grateful I got to go to school outside of Nigeria. To be honest, I don't regret it. And if you have the opportunity, grab it. Go for scholarships. Go for anything. Help your parents out for their sake and for your sake as well. Like, go and see another side of the world. Even if it's not for like undergraduate degrees, maybe your masters or any like additional professional course. Like, go outside of your country, wherever you are. Even if it's not in Nigeria, go outside of your country and see different people, see a different side of the world. If you experience what you anticipated and how it's different from what you thought it would be. To be honest, I didn't really have an expectation. I just knew that I was going to be on my own and I had to cater for myself, I had to go do everything for myself. So I just had that notion that I was going to be difficult and I was going to struggle. But to be honest, it wasn't difficult at all. It was just really easy to like enter into the system and just flow. Like, everyone was on the same level. There's nothing like, oh, I'm in final year, so I'm older than you, so respect me. So everyone was on the same level. You didn't even know the person that is 30. You didn't even know the person that was like 30 years old, the person that was 12 years old. Okay, that's not 12 years old, but like, I was among the youngest in my apartment, and I didn't even feel it. Like, everybody was the same. Went shopping together. Like, they really help you assimilate into the environment. It wasn't really hard at all. Like, my expectation of how difficult I was going to struggle, I didn't struggle at all. So it was really nice. Apart from that, I didn't have any major expectation. I was just blown away by what I saw, and I just took it all in and enjoyed it. So yeah. And so the final question is, what is your advice to those wanting to study abroad? My advice is go for it. And when you have gone for it, remember what you actually came there to do. Don't get distracted by all the fun, all the social activities going on. Have your social life, but don't get carried away. Focus on what you're there for and make sure that you're actually gaining the knowledge you are there for, and you can go back to your country and make use of it, okay? Or you can stay there. I don't know, anything you want to do. But go for the opportunity, grab it with everything that you have, and allow yourself to enjoy, allow yourself to experience things. Don't just go and stay there and then close yourself in your room. Go out, plan trips. I wish I actually planned more trips, because like, okay, my the rise where I stayed in, they had different excursion trips, and I was like, oh, I have an assignment, no, I can't go. So I didn't go for like a lot of trips. And so my advice for you is actually go out, take any opportunity you have, and go and see, explore your environment, explore where you are. For me, it would have been really easy for me to like go to like different parts of South Africa, or even the neighboring countries, like smaller countries around South Africa. But I was just too conscious. I needed to submit my assignments. I needed to do this, I needed to do that, and I didn't take enough opportunity. I didn't take all the opportunities to travel or to explore that came along. So my advice to you is actually explore your environment, enjoy it, travel, take pictures, take videos, and just document your entire time there, so you can actually look back on it and appreciate it, and you know that you've learned, and that's an experience that you never want to trade for anything. So that's my number one advice. Like, don't just sit in your room studying and burying yourself in your books. I mean, do that, but there's a time for everything, and if you allocate your time properly, you can have time to study diligently and also to do other fun things and activities. So yeah, that's my number one advice. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for somebody that is thinking of traveling out of their country and what experiences they might encounter. What I want to tell you is that you would never regret studying outside of your country. It's just an experience that you never get in your country. Learning different things, learning things from a different perspective, it's totally untradeable. So go for any opportunity you have to go outside of your country and just explore and enjoy life, guys. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, just give it a thumbs up by clicking on the like button, and give me any comments. If I'd mentioned an experience that you typically have studying out of your, if I haven't mentioned an experience that you typically have studying outside of your country, please leave a comment in the comment section, and let's interact and enjoy this platform. Thank you so much for watching my video again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Let's go. Come, let we go. Whoa. Come, make we me they go low. Say your moves they make me go loco.
Alright. My first experience of egusi, and what's this?
Obodo.
It tastes pretty good, and this is cassava pop, guys. Well, not cassava pop,
It's called Eba.
Ebo. It tastes really good though. Like, thanks you for Lumi. Traditional food.
Your experience.
Too good for words. Just so you know, a black person is eating when they're quiet. So this is the proof.
Good.
Come make we go, yeah. Come make we go, whoa. Come make we go, I'm ready now. Take my hands and come with me, baby girl. It's me and you tonight, Mogwe. I will never let you go, never let you go so far away.